So in this video we're going to show you the Photopaper Direct inkjet transfer paper, which is used on inkjet printers using any ink, and a mini press. There's loads of mini presses out there in the market, and we get a lot of questions on how to use them, and quite a few misunderstandings on the instructions. So just to clarify, we're going to start printing with printing a dark t-shirt. We've lined our table with just an old ordinary t-shirt just to protect the table a little bit, and the actual t-shirt that we're going to print goes on top of that. We've done loads of videos about how to print transfer paper and how to trim it, so we won't go into detail again, but this is the dark transfer paper, and once it's printed in normal resolution, normal imagery. We don't mirror image this, and just carefully prise away the image itself from the paper. Okay, this is the backing, which is discarded, and as you can see I can handle it quite freely. It doesn't stick. Position it on the garment, and remember you've got to cover it with some silicone paper. And then we're using a mini press, which comes in various names, but we're using the instruction for an iron, so I'm basically ironing it. It's not a heat press. A heat press is a press that clamps onto the image under pressure. This is a glorified iron, so I'm using it like an iron with small circular movements. We made sure that we give it a lot of pressure, circular movements, and we're following the instructions for a domestic iron, not a heat press. This is not a heat press, although it's marketed as a heat press and is called a heat press. And that's it, as easy and quick as that. So this is the light transfer paper, again printed with inkjet printers using any inks. Different to the dark transfer paper, here we've had to mirror the image, and when we trimmed it with a small white edge around the image, so it doesn't go right to the image like with the dark. Again, a t-shirt on the table to protect the surface. The actual t-shirt that we're going to print goes on top, and again we're using a mini press set to 180 degrees, 175, 180 degrees Celsius, around 370 Fahrenheit. So I've ironed the area where I'm going to position the garment, the image, sorry. The image goes face down, unlike the dark transfer paper, face down and straight on without any silicone. And again, I'm following the instructions for use with an iron. This is not a heat press, although they call them smart presses or mini presses. This is essentially an iron, so I'm following the instructions for using it with an iron. So small circles, and I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on the press. The paper comes with full, comprehensive and detailed instructions, so please read them and follow them. And when you're using a smart press or a mini press like this, there are other brands available and other types. You've got to use the instructions for iron. Do not use the instructions for heat press, it won't work. And with the light transfer paper, it's recommended that we give it another 20 odd seconds, depending on the size of the image, with the silicone. Give it a good stretch while it's still hot. Easy as that.